hell it was about to go ways and trauma dump. Get that little prepackaged paragraph I would put up, or else I wouldn't respond. And I believe, if I recall correctly, this person tried to contact me through those ways, and I ignored this.
So this person tried to contact you through those ways. Are you saying that? What ways? So are you saying that that Charlotte tried to contact you to trauma dump on you? Is that what you're saying? Because that's the only thing. That's the only way you have told me that you have you have mentioned in this video so far. Is that what you're saying? Can you decide? And this is a video. You could have listened to it again and altered it. So you're not apologizing for Charlotte for trauma dumping. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Are you apologizing for something else? Did I miss that?
She's apologizing because she feels as though she didn't give this person the attention that she thinks she should have. She's apologizing because she believes that she has let her bias lead her in her decision to how she responded or reacted to this person. She's apologizing because she doesn't feel like she was fair to this person. I don't know why you can't understand this. Okay.
And yeah, going back to the messages, I will clarify. I have access to those messages. No, that's not what she contacted you for. Go back in your inbox and have a look. Fucking baka.
Yes, I ignored her completely. I didn't ignore her because I didn't care about her story. I ignored her because I did not have the mental energy or the professional capacity.
So okay, so all this whole thing is about she messaged to you. Got it.
Didn't help anybody else with their trauma, just my own trauma.
Yay, you finally get it.
My own story. This is why I've never tried to reach out to anybody who was on the Bill Gothard expose, Shiny Happy People, even though I had a couple people that said, you can ask me about my story, that had reached out, not to me, but people adjacent to me. No. Yeah, I wish you well with your story, do your thing. But I can't be involved. I've just got too much of my life going on. As most of you know, since November, early November, we've been dealing with a pretty devastating cancer diagnosis in the aftermath of some pretty invasive surgery. And we're still dealing with the aftermath of that. I'm having still to change beddings and bandages and do stuff that I had no intention of ever doing when I started to get married.
That's oversharing. Now
but
that's
you live, you
trauma
learn,
dumping.
you do these things. Okay. So
that's oversharing, Susan. I don't want to
everybody
know
in their trauma dumping. So basically I got to where I was allergic to this stuff.
That's not trauma dumping. It's her channel. It's her stream. She can talk about whatever the fuck she wants. Okay. It's trauma dumping. It's trauma dumping when someone goes into somebody else's space, like their DMs, and then they drop all this stuff. And then they do so is like use it as a means or a reason to explain something away or to pretty much command someone else's attention. That's trauma dumping. She's just talking in her own channel, in her own live stream. You don't like it, you don't have to watch. You know, you're not forced to have to face it because it's in your DMs. You just don't have to watch.
If you came around me and I got any whiff, I thought that you might possibly trauma dump, I just cut you off because I don't have the capacity to deal with that. When Miss S came around and tried to contact me, I believe I just did not say anything. I just was like, nope.
Okay. All right.
And when Veda came around, same deal. I talked to her first, but I really realized she was about to trauma dump. And it was like, girl, I stopped talking to her altogether. Anytime somebody comes around me like that and I'm getting a whiff of that, it's like, no. I have to protect my own mental health first.
Sorry, guys. What the fuck did Jesus say?
Dump, and it was like, girl, I stopped talking to her altogether. Anytime somebody comes around me like that and I'm getting a whiff of that, it's like, no. I have to protect my own mental health first for me. I'm job one. So my husband's job one, I'm job two. Or maybe my kids are job two and I'm job three. I don't know, but somewhere along it.
Okay, hold on.
And when Veda came around, same deal. I talked to her first, but I really realized she was about to trauma dump, and it was like, girl, I stopped talking to her.
So Veda was about to trauma dump on you. Is that what you're saying, or was it Miss Charla? Can you clarify? God dang.
Altogether. Anytime
she was talking about two different people in two different instances. So I thought, I don't know, it was pretty fucking clear to me.
Somebody comes around me like that and I'm getting a whiff of that, it's like, no. I have to protect my own mental health first for me. I'm job one. My
You get
husband's job
the
one, I'm
same
job
from
2.
both. Okay.
Maybe my kids got job 2 and I'm job 3. I don't know, but somewhere along in there, I always tell people concentrate on the people under your roof first
Yeah, that's
because they
fine.
are the ones that are going to.
You see this cat? You see this? Oh no, you can't see it here. Look at this cat. Look at this cat. She's flipping out. She's flipping out because, okay, so our neighbor has a cat, okay? Our neighbor doesn't like to let the cat in their house, it seems, especially at night when it's cold out or whatever. So oftentimes we come home at night or we're awake, out and about or whatever late at night, and the cat is outside and it's cold and it's hungry. We started feeling bad for it. So we started letting the neighbor's cat come in the house. We're not stealing the cat. We're not stealing my neighbor's cat. But we bring it in, let it warm up, and we give it some food, and then we send it back on its way. And, well, our cat can smell the other cat. The other cat, the other cat doesn't smell. I might have given it a bath. But a while ago. It's fine. But so now though, like my oldest son is here, and his bedroom is downstairs. So he will bring the cat in and feed it and let it warm up and then send it on its way. But our cat though can either hear the other cat's meow every now and then, or we think can smell it on one of us from petting it or whatever. And she starts acting like this. She just wants to get the fuck out of the room so she can go fucking play with the other cat. But our cat isn't fixed yet. And we don't know about the other cat. We don't even know if the other cat's male or female. So we don't want to let them get near each other. My cat's flipping out right now because that's why. So you're going to see her. She's climbing up in the TV. She was just looking at the wall right now, like, how can I jump up on this wall and get out? And there's nothing wrong. It's not even a show. Oh my God. Anyway, now I feel like I'm trauma dumping on you guys about my cat.
Going to need your help. They're going to need help dealing with their lives. Every day ins and outs. Modern living is a whole pile of BS, as you and I all well know. Add in one pandemic, add in spiraling inflation, everything else, and you have enough cluster effing going on to keep anybody busy for a long time. Without even adding in the silly that is the online world. And God knows the online world is full of silly.
Why are you here?
And so basically, a mutual acquaintance had to ask me if I would talk to Miss S. And I said, okay, for you, I'll talk to Miss.
Was it Steve? Was it Steve? Was it Steve with whom you were not happy when Veda came around, as you told me?
Yeah, was it Steve? Was it Steve? Was it Steve? Come on, Susan. Let mommy know. Mommy needs to know. Was it Steve? Was it Steve? She's got. Was it Steve? You guys are like so obsessed with Steve.
In your text message, on the Twitter message that you sent me.
And Miss S had not trauma dumped on me, but I was getting those distinct vibes. So, like I said,
So again, Charlotte didn't trauma dump on you, but you got vibes. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Here's another standard. Here's another standard that I have. I might say something as my opinion, but to say that someone might do something based on your vibes, that's absolutely unacceptable.
What?
You can say that I anticipated that she might because of what everything has happened. Distinct vibes, not even like, general vibes, distinct vibes. So very specific. So you judge people before they approach you. I can understand being cautious. I can understand being
I gotta hear
cautious.
this nonsense again. What the?
Um,
What is she gatekeeping now?
I'm fuck. Here's another standard.
not trauma dumped on me, but I was getting those distinct vibes. So, like I said,
So again, Charlotte did trauma dump on you, but you got vibes. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Here's another standard. Here's another standard that I have. I might say something as my opinion, but to say that someone might do something based on your vibes, that's absolutely unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. What kind of fucking privileged life are you living that is what is so unacceptable? You cannot say that you think someone might do something based on your vibes. That is unacceptable. What the? Wow. You fucking delicate sensibility. What the? Oh my God.
Say that I anticipated that she might because of everything that's happened.
Oh, so that okay, so you just can't say I thought that she might do something based on vibes. You can't say that, but you can say I anticipated that she might do something based on what I experienced before in the past. See, vibes, saying based on vibes is just like a nice way of saying that you have a reason to think that, because it's much nicer than actually stating those reasons, because those reasons could that very well be throwing someone under the bus, maybe even unjustly, because they're just your opinion and your feelings, you know. So you're not putting them on display saying, I think that she might do this because she did this, 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 and this. Well, if you're wrong, it's pretty fucked up, right? Right? But to say, I think she might do this because of vibes. And if you're wrong, there's no additional harm or anything done. But that's unacceptable. Oh my God, I can't imagine just sitting back on my fucking high horse or whatever, just being like, you cannot talk like that. You cannot say that. That is unacceptable. Like, you're some fucking authority and shit. Come on.
Distinct vibes, not even like,
Distinct.
you know, general vibes. Distinct
Distinct
vibes. So very specific. So you judge people before they approach you. I can understand being
No, that's not
cautious.
That's not at all what she said. She was approached. Okay. She's saying that she judged harshly and incorrectly in her opinion now. But it's because she was approached that she formulated any judgment at all. She already explained this. So maybe pay attention next time.
I can understand being cautious. So the person who asked you to contact Charlotte, didn't they tell you what Charlotte wanted to talk about? If they didn't, then they did you a disservice.
Why is that? Why is that a
It was their job
disservice?
to tell you what Charlotte wanted. If they were arranging this connection between you and Charlotte. But the thing around that, I have a big problem with saying, oh, I thought that, okay, so
You don't
okay,
even know what this is about. Like,
Suzanne,
seriously,
had vibes.
Suzanne did not give enough information to say that for anyone to formulate any kind of opinion or get, you know, I thought that Suzanne might have been saying this because of vibes. Because that's basically what you're saying now, because Suzanne didn't give out enough information for you to really formulate any kind of concrete opinion on things or expectation of where things might be going or might have come from, because she didn't put the information out there. But you're allowing yourself to go ahead and do it anyway, because, you know, well, fucking, you know, because you can. Why not? Now I forgot what I was saying.
Did you keep those vibes to yourself, or did you go around, make videos on those, based on those vibes, accuse Charlotte of stuff, go on other people's channels, and then agree with them when they, you know, made accusations against her based on those vibes? That's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know. Thank you.
Well, I mean, any panel or any chat she would have been in, they're still up, so you can go and see for yourself. I mean, why take her word for it when she could possibly be dishonest to you, when you can just go and find out for yourself without any discrepancy, without any, you know, worry or concern that maybe you don't have the correct information. You can just go get that yourself.
Somebody reaches out to me, and you have no idea how many people I get still to this day reach out to me, a large number. And if you're not a friend or family member, chances of me responding go down. Even if you're fake Paul Stanley. I may not always. I now made a graphic I'll have to share that every time they come out, I just slap the graphic up there and they just fade away like a snowball under the Miami sun. So
that's the fucking scammer who was contacting you. Okay, cool.
There you go. And so if I talk to everybody that reaches out to me, I would be online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, like a certain YouTuber we know.
Oh, okay, here we go again. Can you have the balls to talk to say the name? Who's the fucking certain YouTubers? This is what, like 6 point now? And like first,
Katie Joy. She's talking about Katie Joy. How do you not know that?
8 to 9 minutes. What the fuck is this YouTuber, Susan?
Katie Joy.
Why are you such a pussy? There, I said it. You're a fucking pussy. You're a coward. God.
You know, though I disagree with or not disagree really. Though I don't think that this was a wise decision on Suzanne's part. But I mean, she has to do what's right for her. So I support whatever it is she decides at any time because it's what she needs to do or wants to do that's right by her. Of course, I'm going to support that. So though I made that clear, it still takes a lot of courage to come out and admit that you now believe you were wrong about something, that you behaved or acted incorrectly, and to put yourself at the mercy of other people. That takes a lot of courage. Something I don't ever foresee you doing, though you really fucking should.
A certain YouTuber. Who the fuck is this? Are you talking about Wolf? Is that who you're talking about? Being 24 hours online. Can you clarify that?
Katie Joy.
Not for our sake, maybe, but for the sake of your viewers?
For
Your
the viewers now,
subscribers,
it's
your
Katie
audience?
Joy.
This is so lazy and incompetent. So incompetent and lazy. Yeah, I know you will come back. Maybe you will come back and say, "Oh, this is mine. This is the way I operate," and then don't watch me. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Okay, see, she can be as lazy as she fucking wants to. It's YouTube, dude. It's fucking YouTube. It's her channel. It's her creation. It's her efforts. It's her space. And it's also her reward. So basically, she knows that if she wants to get a lot of reward out of it, then she's gonna need to put in the work. If she just wants to do this just as a way to connect with people, it doesn't matter. She can be as lazy about it as she fucking wants. She owes nobody anything. She owes YouTube nothing. She owes you nothing. She owes me. She owes nobody fucking anything. She just has to do what she feels right by and what she wants to do at the end of the day. Fuck you for thinking you are owed or deserved anything more than that.
I'll watch you and I'll tell you you're full of shit. You put it out there. I will put it under a microscope and a magnifying glass and tell you you're full of shit. If you're allowed to act this way,
that sounds totally sane, by the way.
Then I can review your actions and say what my opinions are.
Sure.
So yeah, don't
see.
give me...
Nobody cares if you fucking share your opinion. Nobody cares if you fucking. Nobody cares. And you have every right to. Absolutely. Go for it. Knock yourself out. The problem is, though, is that you seem to think or feel like you are owed something as a result of your opinions. You seem to think that you are owed to be heard or listened to, and then your opinions adhered to. You're not owed that. You're owed nothing. So, I don't know. You deal with it. Get over it. I don't know.
This is how I operate. Don't watch me.
Yeah.
Your behavior builds your audience.
Here we go with the behavior police on YouTube. And you I'm so sure that you care oh so much about the size of her audience. How nice of you.
Then builds what message you're sending out. What community you're trying to build. What type of community you're trying to build. It depends on the quality of what you put out. If you don't want a community, fine. But you do clearly want a community. You're saying you want to work around IBLP.
How the fuck is that clear? How has that been clear that she wants this community? And what makes you think she won't get this community? Maybe she's building for the community she wants, and rather than the one that you think she wants. Huh? It's not your fucking channel, Maanya. Nobody cares what you think about how people should be running their fucking channels on YouTube. Seriously. You're not owed anyone caring. But you seem to think you are. I don't know.
I think so. That's what you mean when you said that I want to go get away from the Katie Joy community. So if you want to build a good community, you need to have facts on your side, and you need to justify whatever your opinions are, not vibes. Absolutely unacceptable, in my opinion.
Who fucking says? Who says that she doesn't or hasn't? Just because you don't see it. But I got news for you, man. You're the only one who sees the world through your eyes.
And stop trying to pretend that what you say doesn't matter, because you do claim, you do come across as someone, okay, this is what I did, so maybe you can look into this and do something similar. That's what your whole thing is, isn't it?
That's how she's coming across to you. What makes you think she's coming across the same way to everyone else? Your perception of YouTube isn't the reality for everyone else. It's just the reality for you. And we don't all live in your reality. We live in our own reality. So maybe you need to find a way to come to terms with that.
If not, then why the fuck are you here? For validation? Is that what you're here for? Then be it clear at least.
Why?
That you are here for validation. Okay, then I'll just say, okay, she just wants attention. Fuck it. Yeah, Chesh is the nice one. And yes, I am loud. And you're fucking racist arse. If you decide to not address this using the reason that I'm angry, you're a racist piece of shit. A racist piece of shit. Just like
Where the fuck did race come into any of this? What are you talking about? The person she did this video to apologize to someone who, where is race coming into this? What the fuck?
I'm just saying straight up. And the prejudices you had in the past, they're still here within you. That's why you are saying that you are in recovery, and I agree based on that. If you go around, if you use that excuse, I don't know if you will, but I have seen in this community people have had.
Okay, let me get this straight. So you are now asserting your conclusions or whatever, or your expectations onto Suzanne because of what you've seen other people in the community do. So you are assuming that she's saying and doing all this because she's in a place of recovery. I've never heard her speak of being in recovery or anything like this. What assertions are you trying to put on her, and why? Maybe not do that, because like I said before, not everyone sees the world through your eyes. Okay, they see the world through their own eyes. So just because you saw someone do something doesn't mean everyone else is doing it now. Okay, because you're perceiving it that way. Come to terms with it, man. I don't know.
Use that excuse to not address my points. So yeah, now that's how you justify an opinion.
Doing that, so I don't do that. Now there are some people I have allowed to trauma dump and to cry on my shoulder that I've been looking at going, really? Really? I think you need to pull yourself together because your problems are self-inflicted. And those people I've sorted.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
It was none of your fucking business.
Is it Miss Charla, Veda? Who the fuck are you talking about?
Pulled away from too, but what has really made me pull away from the entire anti-Katie Joy thing,
Uh-huh.
and this whole thing was the Miss S saga. And I realized a couple things recently. Number one, there are people on Reddit pretending to be Nikki. There's a couple that are pretending to be Miss S, who clearly aren't Miss S or Nikki. And the reason I'm saying this is because someone pretended to be.
Number one, how do you know it's not Nikki? And how do you know that their intention is to pretend like Nikki? You're not.
I'm curious about this too. Okay, here, let me clarify here. Suzanne doesn't have to present this evidence or whatever of the things that she's speaking of. I am kind of curious though, what is happening, because I mean, I'm on the subreddit quite a bit. I mean, I'm assuming we're talking about the Crystal Ball subreddit, but I'm on there quite a bit, and I know that there's been accounts on there or whatever that have come across it, given me the impression that they may be this person or whatever, but no one's ever came out and specifically said, I am this person, when they might not have been, or when whatever. So I'm I want to know more about this because I just want to know more about this. I don't need or want to know more about this because she's making these claims. I'm curious.
If someone's pretending to be Charla, how do you know that they're pretending to be Charla?
Yeah.
Can you demonstrate that for me, please? For your subscribers at least? Or you're just gonna throw out shit? That's another standard. Can you demonstrate, please? So you failed that standard too.
Be me for a while. And I actually figured out who it was and got onto them. And then I went onto Reddit as Suzanne Salty Seas. That's me. No one else. And I found by going into the anti-community, having little conversations was enough to stop that troll pretending to be me.
What was the account name? Susan, give us the account name. Why aren't you giving the account name? Maybe because you don't know for sure yourself whether that was a troll trying to pretend to be you.
What does it matter? If she's not pointing the finger at anyone, what does it fucking matter? No one's being blamed or accused or whatever. What does it matter?
And what all does like this have to do with your apology to Ms. S? I don't get it. Okay, someone was pretending to be Charlotte on Reddit. Did that account say something pretending to be Charlotte to you and you took offense to that? And that's why you want to apologize? Is that what the relation is? Then why the fuck are you bringing it's out of 25.5 minutes, we are now at the 10-minute mark.
Why?
I'm not
I'm
listening.
kind of curious why Maanya is doubting these claims of people pretending to be people or whatever on Reddit. I mean, because of I think of who it is that's been making these claims, and I find it quite, I don't know, it just interesting that Maanya is expressing some sort of, I don't know, like she doesn't believe it, like she doubts it, and I just think it's kind of funny that considering who it is that she's would be expressing this doubt in.
I haven't heard an apology yet. This is just like far.
It's not your fucking apology. It's not for you. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got fuck all to do with you. You have no right, no stake, no claim over anyone else's apology. You can sit here and say, I don't agree with this apology. I don't think it's a real apology. It doesn't matter. Nobody, you're not a consideration. You can think whatever the fuck you want. It's not yours. It's not yours. But keep trying to stake some sort of claim on it, sure.
Air, just fart air. Just farted in these 10 minutes. That's what you did.
What?
Chesh, not yet, but Maanya has a whole different approach than me, so it's interesting. Yeah, Chesh is the nice one.
So, number one, be very, very cautious. Anybody claiming to be anybody else dragging this crap into Reddit. Usually it's somebody who is a game player that's trying to poke all the participants into making rash and foolish statements.
Okay, so again, it's someone else's fault. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course, it's always someone else's fault, Susan. Take fucking accountability if you want to take accountability, or you are telling your audience that you want to take accountability. This is not how you take accountability. Or apologize by making excuses, excusing your behavior or what you did or what you said.
Any of these things to excuse her behavior.
God.
So there's that.
She's not. She's just explaining the whole situation and her point of view. It's not an excuse. If she needed an excuse, then she wouldn't be sitting over here apologizing. She's saying that she's sorry. She was wrong. That's not giving her an excuse. Again, it's not your fucking apology. Cat, no, Cat. Stop it.
Number three, even people that I have criticized, like Mr. Wolf, I criticized once, exactly once, or
So she's giving this, you know, she's giving this favor, I might say, or what do you say, opportunity. Like she's ready to call Wolf by their full name and actually, you know, pinpoint who that person is exact is. But for some reason, Charlotte doesn't deserve that, and is mea culpa. No, not mea culpa. Sorry, persona non grata on your channel to the person you're apologizing. But some random fucking troll, you're giving them full attention and that dignity of being a
First
human.
of all, you said that she almost named Wolf. Almost. And now you're saying, but you're giving them full attention. Obviously, she didn't name the name because you said almost. And that's just one thing I want to point out. But the other thing about why she's not naming the other person, the person the apologies for by name, that might be because everyone who has named that person by name has pretty much ended up getting served with court paperwork. Maybe Suzanne here, even though she lives in Costa Rica, I mean, really, who's going to serve her with anything? It's not going to happen. I mean, if there's anyone who can be a bitch and crazy or whatever here, it's probably her. But the point of apologizing is to try to reverse any harm that you think you caused, and especially to not cause any more harm. So she probably is thinking that the person who's serving people doesn't want their name said. So she's respecting that by not saying their name. Why are you pushing so fucking hard for her name to be said over and over again when you've gone at people for saying her name over and over again? It's almost like you want to see people like hurt her or to give cause to get served or something. It's almost like you're stirring the shit. That's almost exactly precisely what it's like.
Of being a present being, while you just completely dehumanize Charla and the and other people that you're saying, oh, some other YouTube creators. Wow. So another standard, please. Here we go. It's like she's not consistent. She's not consistent at all. And yeah, again, this is not an apology. So far, it's not.
Example, somebody like,
No, she doesn't actually know. No.
oh,
she
what is her
doesn't.
name? What name does she go by?
Oh, this one.
The girl in Canada who used to live stream with Steve that had the falling out with him that I never
Madam, how dare you? All right, let's see. Maybe she takes Cheshire's name in the
really
end.
felt bad. I thought she was a friend. Well, as friendly as internet can be. Until she started running her mouth and doing.
Okay, what did she start running her mouth about? Who are you talking about? Let's just go with it.
Cheshire.
I think
You're
so. There's
talking
only
about
one
Cheshire.
person, one girl from Canada who used to work with Steve, and that's Cheshire. So just drop all pretense that you're not talking about Cheshire. You are talking about Cheshire, and you know who Cheshire is. You know who Cheshire is.
Well, she's probably trying to show a little bit of respect here because like she's apologizing to one person. She's probably thinking, you know, what could have is an apology if I use the apology to upset other people. And she's probably seen how upset Cheshire has gotten because people were talking about her on Twitter, and she felt like they shouldn't have been talking about her because how she testified. So Suzanne's probably thinking, maybe I better not put her, you know, in that same uncomfortable place that she has stated that she's been at. So I'm just not going to say her name because I don't want to cause any kind of more bullshit for people. Even though I don't think Suzanne's caused any bullshit for people, but I think that this is what she's thinking. So, but yeah. But again, it seems like you want her to name and drag your friend. That's not what friends do. That's not what friends want, right?
So when you know that she covered your videos, right? Last year. She covered your video around that art shit that happened, right? As part of the company series. You know that. You came in my DMs to talk to me to drop a fucking message for some reason. And now suddenly you don't know who she is?
Is she stupid? I'm sorry. I don't think she's stupid. I don't, but hearing this, you got to kind of wonder because clearly she knows who she is. She's not wanting to put anyone on blast here. She, for whatever reason, feels like she's caused harm. So, in her efforts to alleviate that harm, she doesn't want to then cause more harm. So she's taking precautions. She's being careful. I understand though that you just don't know what that looks like. Oh, yeah. I'm wasting my time on this shit.
Seriously, right, Susan? Again, dehumanizing Cheshire.
I need more wine. I'm gonna let this play. I'll be right back.
Again, yeah, just going below, so petty, so inhumane towards someone. She started running her mouth. What did she run her mouth about? About your video that you did? Which she was very generous in, if I'm not wrong. And I think so. We had a conversation about that on Twitter. So now suddenly you don't remember her. What? This is a big. What's the mark around 11 minutes? Yeah. Why do this, Susan? If you're really trying to apologize, apologize. What does Chesh has to do with all this? What does she has to do with all this? Why are you bringing her up? And please drop the pretense that you don't know who she is. Okay.
You know, to be honest with you, I have no idea why she's bringing her up either, because you keep interrupting and pausing the shit to go on a spiel about nothing really for 5 minutes every time she says a sentence. It's kind of hard to pay attention and keep track at that point. So, and whatever.
Okay. God, and this is exactly what I'm saying.
Kitty.
They're cowards. They're pussies. They pretend that they are going to apologize or take accountability. But what we get is this.
No, what we get isn't this. You're not getting anything. This isn't for you. This isn't for you. Okay. So you don't then get to sit there and say, I don't like what I got. Well, no one gave you anything. So, okay.
Dehumanizing of other individuals with whom they don't agree. This is not an apology.
And stuff. And then I was like, oh no. I don't even hold anything against her. I don't hold anything against the hogs.
So why are you talking about it? If you don't hold anything against her, what did she run her mouth about that you didn't like or you didn't agree with? Can you specify? And
she already did. Pay attention next time.
If you don't hold anything against her, what the fuck is wrong? Why are you mentioning her at all?
Okay, I'm confused. Are you upset that she's mentioning her and you want her to stop, or do you want her to say her fucking name? Do you know? I mean, I gotta say, I gotta be honest here. Like, you sit here and say like Chesha's the nice one or whatever. Okay, I don't think either one of you are nice or mean, to be honest. I think neither one of you wants accountability or want apologies. I think that you just want to have something to bitch about. And if someone were to genuinely apologize and take accountability, well, you would bitch about that because then you didn't have anything to bitch about. And that's kind of what you're doing right here, right now, because you're nitpicking, you're pulling this apart, and you're nitpicking, you're making mountains out of like not even moles, out of like a grain of sand above sea level. You're making a mountain out of. And you're bitching about it. We get it. You want to bitch. Okay. There's a lot of things in this world you can bitch about, though. Like legitimate things. Okay. In like things that the majority of people find legitimate, not just like you and like your bestie or whatever. So this just seems like such a waste of time and energy and a waste of a good bitch, you know, because you are very good at bitching. You can really bitch about the simplest of things and the most nicest things you can find something wrong with. So you're very good at it. You would think that your efforts would be put towards better use. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can put your efforts toward anything you want. This is your space on YouTube. It's your channel. You bitch about whatever you want, okay? But make no mistake about it. Because when people listen to you, it's obvious. You just want to bitch. Okay. I mean, I guess, you know, Suzanne should really look at it this way. It's better to be bitched about than not talked about at all, right? That's how I look at it. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just want something to bitch about. So maybe you should thank Suzanne.
God.
Sometimes people trying to say, oh, you got to be mad at everybody all the time. Well, no. Even when I sometimes call people out, I'm not mad at them. And it doesn't preclude me having.
Did you call out Steve?
Yeah, did you call Steve? Steve. Oh my God. I can though vouch though for Suzanne and what she's saying there. She and I she's been upset with me or whatever a few times, and she had every right to be. I mean, I don't judge or whatever. Why is the cat opening up the door out there? Yes. Oh. Anyway, so but she didn't hold anything against me. We didn't talk for like a week or something, then we're fine, So yeah, she can be upset about something, but not actually hold anything against anyone. That's kind of what people do though. It's like the normal thing to do, because you can be upset with something someone says or does. It doesn't mean that you take issue with their character, okay? And we are not the sum of one of our actions. We are the sum of all of our actions. So it seems silly to just take out all of your anger and everything over one action of someone, rather than considering all the the things that you agree with him. So that's something that Suzanne is very well able to do. That's a great thing. So yeah, but did you call it Steve? Did she? Let's hear if she did.
Did you call out Steve? So you do call out people. Here we go. Another point. She calls out people, but she's not mad at him. So she calls out people.
You don't have to be mad at someone to ask someone about something, okay? And let me get this straight here. Okay, people in our clique and everything, and Steve, etc., we're what's called friends, okay? So yeah, if the majority of our friendship does in fact come out or is displayed or whatever on our live and on our YouTube channels, then yeah, maybe we will take a moment to publicly call someone out about something. But if we're like normal people and the majority of our friendship is just amongst ourselves, then our calling someone out won't be put on display for everyone else to see and participate in and witness and watch. Okay? Because friends are concerned with their friendship with each other. Okay? They are concerned with each other. We're not concerned with you. So there's probably a good chance that if she did call out Steve, she probably did it just privately. You know, that's what I do with people who I consider to be my friends. I will not sit here and go on YouTube and make a big ass public fucking video about it so you guys can watch and, you know, shit stir about it. No. And I can take issue with something someone says or does by calling them out or talking to them privately and just simply not giving any kind of support for that behavior publicly. Okay, that's all anyone really gets to get from myself and my friendships. So yeah, that's what friends do. Okay, now you can be friends with someone and they change, or then you see part of them that you didn't realize, and then you think, oh, geez, that is part of their character, or whatever. And you can just distance yourself, okay, and still not call them out unless and until you feel you have to, because something is just blatantly in your face and you're seeing someone get harmed or actually hurt from their behavior. That's one thing. But simply just someone doing something you don't agree with, having made a choice. And especially, like, here's the thing, you know, like, there's been things that Steve has done, that, like before I knew him or whatever, like, because things get brought up all the time, where I look, you know, I learn about it, I'm like, that probably wasn't the wisest thing to do. It's probably, you know, yeah, there are things that I wouldn't have done. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this shit. Damn it. The cat keeps interrupting me. I can't keep it fucking straight. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I will disagree with it or whatever. I forgot where I was going with it. God damn it.
And she tries not to be mad at them. Let's
now remember. So yeah, I will. They were not decisions I would have made. I can say and think, yeah, I think that was a mistake on his part. But here's the thing. Upon talking with him about it, he explains it all to me. And sure, I can still hold that opinion and I can still think it was a mistake, but I can see and understand what led him to make the decision he made. I can see that he did not have ill intent. I can see what his intentions were. I can see. I can understand. I can still disagree, but understand. That's the thing, okay? This is why I say all the time that it's the intent to me that matters, because we can do some wonderful things under the worst of intents, and we could end up doing some shitty things under the best of intent. It's what you wanted in your heart that matters to me. So yeah, I can take issue with something people do all the time, but if I can understand what was in their heart at the time, and I agree, or I can see it, I don't find fault in that, then I'm not going to find that much fault in it. It doesn't matter, because none of this is up for your consumption. It's none of your fucking business for any of us. So whether or not she called out Steve is none of your fucking business.
give her that. Yeah. So did you call out Steve?
Did you call out Steve?
For all the behaviors in the last 9 months? Did you?
For all the behaviors in the last 9 months? What fucking behaviors are you talking about? Huh? And why are you owed to know this? Why is that any of your fucking business? Why does she have to call him out? Why does Steve need to be called out? Why? Because you took issue with it? Because you argued or fought with him? Well, that's between you two. That's also none of our business. Well, we did kind of speak on it after you just kept fucking publicizing it and just wouldn't shut up. Yeah. But short of that, it's really none of our business.
No? Wait. I'd like an answer to that. I would,
Okay,
because you're scared, or he's still your friend. But yeah, you can bitch about him with other people in the chat, in messages. Gotcha.
Sure.
In friendship with them, or at least
Sure. That's what we do. If she wants to bitch about someone privately to another person privately, that's fine. It's when people say these things publicly and drag the other person that it kind of becomes fucked up. But here you are pushing for that to happen. You want the fucked up to happen. You want to see Steve drag so fucking bad, like so bad, like you're fucking dying for it.
a friendly facade of a relationship. I owe Miss F a huge apology, and I want to use this as an illustration about why you should be very careful who you're hanging around with.
Just because you go with huge apology, just because you stretch your words, doesn't mean it's an apology, number one. And yeah, now I
It's not your apology. Nobody cares.
really want to know what you're apologizing about.
And yes, it's Veda related. And you know, I went after Veda because I got really sick and tired of watching her pretend to be an artist and using other people's copyrighted work.
Yeah.
It's a homage.
You were quite late on that too, Susan. You were 3 months too late. 3 months too late. Like there were other channels who had already done the work. Tiger
Work.
Talks, I think so, one of them. Yeah.
What work?
So you were 3 months too late. Why did it take you 3 months to call Veda out? I don't know. The timing, can I go by your
Oh, I'm sorry. Was she not working fast enough for your liking? Dude, she's got a life, man. She's got a life. She's been taking care of her husband. Her husband who's facing a cancer diagnosis. She's been facing her own health problems here and there. I mean, dude, she's got a fucking life, and it ain't you, boo.
standards now and say the timing was very sus? Can I? Maybe I should. But I won't because I've got standards. But yeah, you were late. You were 3
Okay.
months too
You saying, should I say that it was sus? Yeah, no, I won't though, because I have standards. You already said it. You're asking if you should say it because you're saying it. So there are your fucking standards right there.
late. This all happened way like June, July, if I'm not wrong. And you came in like three
Oh my
months
God, who
later
cares?
talking about it.
It's a reimagining. It's a helping. It's whatever. No, girl, that is not what it is. You were promoting those things as original artwork, which as an artist that really rubs me the wrong.
Again, what all this has to do with your apology? You said, "Oh, okay,
way. So there you go. So I owe Miss S a huge, huge apology
okay."
because when all this went down, I had had a very short conversation with her about getting together and talking in the future about her time with the IBLP.
So now you are admitting that she didn't trauma dump on you, but she wanted to organize with you. But in that also you lied
What?
because Charlotte didn't come to you to talk about.
Yo, she already said this. She already explained this. She said that she just thought it was about trauma dumping, but she said that she realized she was looking at it through like her bias and that she didn't give it its objectiveness that it deserved. That's what she said. That's not a lie. She already explained this shit, but because you couldn't hear the whole thing, you just heard one fucking snippet and you're focused in on that. Fuck all else. You now see this as to be a lie. No, dude, just learn. Open your fucking ears. That's what you need to do. You need to open your fucking ears. That's it.
About her time with IBLP. She came to you about your time with IBLP.
What?
That's what that conversation was.
That's what I heard.
I wanted to organize
with the IBLP, conversation with her about getting together and talking in the future about her time with the IBLP, even
with you. Charlotte did that those messages on you're not showing those messages to us. Should I try and see if I have the copy of those messages? And IBLP. She came to you about your time with IBLP. That's what that conversation was. And maybe that's why you don't have those messages on. You're not showing those messages to us. Should I try and see if I have the copy of those messages?
First of all, she just said that this person was in her inbox to talk to Suzanne about this person's time with the IBLP. But yours, no, she came to you to talk to you about your time with the IBLP. So are you privy to something? Let's see here.
Messages. Maybe I do have the copy of those messages. Hold on a minute, guys.
I don't have a copy of Suzanne's fucking DMs.
Yeah, hold on. See, this is how it's done, Susan. This is how you.
Yes, Susan. This is how it's done. You get a hold of other people's DMs that you're not even in or a part of, and then you put that shit on blast. Yeah, that's how this shit is done.
Do it. So if I go to image, right? And I go browse, and I go.
Yay, someone learned to use a computer.
Sorry. Oh, okay,
I'm not going to talk.
So I go to desktop. Desktop, please. Thank you very much. And then, nope. Not in my.
I just looked at the chat. This Rose person said, she called me out multiple times. I'm not a YouTuber. She's going after pork chop. It's pork chop. Fucking yeah. You say that like something that never happens. She went after pork chop. Dude, someone hasn't?
Assignments, please. And I go with that. Okay.
I think pork chop's gone after pork chop.
Okay. So here we are. Oh, see. Oh, whoa. What's that? So what does it say?
Yeah, what does this say here? Let me see. Let me make this bigger too so you guys can all see. Actually, I need to do this. Oh, okay. Right. I'm going to take me out of it so you guys can see the whole thing. I'm going to try. Where's my shit? Oh, where it is. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what does it say here? It says, hi, I'm an admin on the Without a Crystal Ball Truth Revealed Facebook page. Steve is also a moderator on that page. I'm wondering if you might be willing to be a featured guest on the page, and it can be from your channel or from Steve's channel or live on the page. I would love for you to share your story about Katie stealing your story and any other incidents you're aware of where she's stolen someone's story, or anything about her problematic behavior and the correct way to report about the topics she covers. Okay.
Susan Harper Titkemeyer, and this is a message that came in on July 2023. Now, this is according to where this conversation happened. This is not New Zealand Standard Time. So it says, hi, I'm an admin on Without a Crystal Ball Truth Revealed Facebook page. Steve is also, and it can be from your love for you to share Katie Joy or Katie Steve's story or anything about her problematic behavior. Where the fuck does it say IBLP? Hold on, then let me just have a look and see if, you know, what I have a couple of more. Let's have a look, because this is like the okay, here we go. Oh, beautiful. So it's the same day, actually. She responded the same day, July 9th. Hey, Charla, I hear you have been trying to reach me, blah, 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 blah. Here we go, a little more up.
Stop it.
No. Please, can you? Sorry, guys. Sorry. What are you doing?
Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay. Yes, thank you. I'm an admin on the Without a Crystal Ball Truth Revealed Facebook page. Steve is also a moderator on the page. I'm wondering if wait, did she just send the same thing over again? I think so.
Okay, here we go. And on Without the Crystal Ball Truth Revealed, Steve is also a moderator on that page. I'm moderating to the same thing. Right? And then what's the next one? Let's have a look. Here we go.
Suzanne says, I'm here. Awesome. Yes, that would be great. The response is, let us know what is a good time for you. Thursday evenings and Sunday afternoons are the most active times for the group. And let me know if you want to use your channel or how you want to do it. We will do it however you choose. Suzanne says, I am technologically impaired, so any way would work that works for you. Sunday afternoons would work best.
Let us know what is good time for you, third channel, or how you to you, Susan. And you like I'm technological for you Sunday afternoon. So Susan, where in the fucking flying fuck she's talking about like IBLP?
Well, there was more of the conversation, so you could see that it continued. So, and you said that Suzanne responded to her like right away. So this whole event in which she is now recalling here in her live stream and discussing likely happened at a singular point in time, meaning like when they first started talking within like the first couple of days. So, but there's still stuff that was said that you're not showing. Do you go on to show this? I wonder.
What? She's not talking about IBLP. She's asking to share your experience with Katie Joy. Maybe that's why you didn't bring the screenshots up. She's not talking about IBLP. She's asking you to share your experience with Katie Joy. Maybe that's why you didn't bring the screenshots up for messages. None of you bring up your personal messages up for some reason.
That's not true. I do. In fact, you all bitch about it when I do. But see, I only do it when I'm being lied about, and there's something in my DMs with the person lying about me that in which can prove that they're lying. That's I don't care. I will absolutely, without a fucking doubt, put some shit on blast. Then you want to lie on me when clearly it's fucking bullshit, and I have proof of this. Well, yeah, I'm gonna prove it. But short of that, no, I don't care. I don't really care. So yeah, a lot of people do this, and you all bitch about it when people do this. You constantly bitch about this when people do. But here you are, well, you didn't show the DMs. She doesn't owe them to you. You're not owed the fucking DMs. No one is owed the fucking DMs. Okay? No one is. And she's up there apologizing, saying that her initial reaction, her initial perception or whatever was incorrect. She was wrong. So you pointing out that she might have been wrong about, while she's in a live stream pointing out how she might have been wrong, is kind of redundant.
None of you. And for other claims too, none of you bring up anything. Timestamp, videos, video clips, nothing.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. I have them all. I have to have them all, though, because I do at some point have to present them. But I do. I have them all.
That's the most basic standard to follow.
Perhaps you should try it sometime, Maanya. Perhaps you should fucking try it sometime. You pulling up somebody else's fucking DMs while you are in the live stream making all kinds of crazy ass fucking claims is not you coming with receipts. It's you stealing somebody else's. Well, negating the fact that you brought none for yourself.
Or at least provide links to the fucking videos you're talking about.
What?
And maybe with timestamps.
She wasn't talking about a video. You just said, well, she was in your DM. She didn't say this. You're wrong. You're lying or whatever. What? Where is that live stream? This whole conversation about a fucking DM, and you're like, well, at least bring it to your life. Oh my God. Like, this is what I mean. You just want something to bitch about.
Yeah, but we already know now that you're full of shit. So here we go. So yeah, so Susan, stop being full of shit. Stop lying. Stop lying. Yeah, just straight up lying. Like these people think it's okay to lie. As long as it doesn't come out, it's okay to lie. They think it's okay to lie.
Well, no.
Holy crap. Yeah, as long as it's against certain individual and does the job, right?
Who the fuck thinks it's okay to lie when it does come out? I mean, if everyone's going to think it's okay to lie, of course it's going to be when they're going to think it's okay. But yeah, that's so not true. And you want to talk about, the lack of proof or whatever. Where's your proof on that? Yeah, because you're making some pretty big fucking claims and accusations about people here without bringing anything to back it up. Someone might actually state that you're just talking about your vibes.
Yeah, this is the way I go about things. Chesh is the nice one.
I want to brag.
Even though I did not want to. I could not have any more trauma
God
dumping
fucking
going on me at all. She wanted to talk to me about my experiences
Hold on, sorry. I missed that. Sorry, guys. I missed that. Give me a second.
because when all this went down, I had had a very short conversation with her about getting together and talking in the future about her time with the IBLP, even though I did not want to. I could not have any more trauma dumping going on me at all.
So your fucking whole reason for
Okay, first of all, she's saying that she didn't want to get together and talk about her experience or whatever. Clearly, she was asked to share her experience about with Katie Joy and whatnot. She possibly didn't want to share that. And you showed one conversation. Like, they could have talked over any other number of platforms. Who knows? Who cares? It's none of our fucking business. We don't need to know. We don't care even, you know? Why are you so fucking invested in this? Like, this just, oh, I know what it is. Because nobody else is talking about you guys. Nobody else is doing live streams about you guys. Nobody else cares to do this shit about you guys. Only Suzanne did here. And so this is like all you have to work with. This is literally all you have to work with. Well, here, maybe this will give you something to work with, okay? Oh, I probably shouldn't even post this. I'm gonna probably.
or apologizing to Charla is a lie. Your whole fucking reason is a lie. You cooked up a reason to pretend to apologize to Charla. That's what it looks like here. I am justified to say that.
And where's this justification? Where do you imagine this justification? It doesn't involve you, doesn't pertain to you. Nobody is talking about you. No one's even considering you. So, but yet you feel as though you've been given justification to lay your judgment or whatever assessment across this. I mean, you have every right to, I guess. I guess why you want it. I don't know, whatever. But sure, you have every right to. But and I guess having a right to can give you the base amount of justification. So okay, yeah. So technically true, but not at all given the weight that you are trying to imagine that it does.
Some reason you have this new reason out of nowhere. And this
For some reason, you have this new reason. You have a great perception of the obvious.
is the only thing you apologize for in this whole video when you have done more. You know you have done more. Everyone knows you have done more.
What?
And I'll show you where you have done more.
She didn't. Let me explain this to you real quick, okay? She didn't do more to have to apologize for because nothing was expected of her. Nothing. She owed nothing to anyone. Okay, so it's only when you're obligated to do something and you fail to do something that you then apologize. But other people laying expectations on you that they have no right to lay on you and you have no obligation to fulfill does not then make you wrong for not fulfilling them. You have no reason to have to apologize. So you sitting here saying, because you know you've done more. She had every right to do more. She was obligated to no one for any reason. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. You now saying and expecting some sort of apology for her utilizing her right to do what she wants and to not have to consider people she owes nothing to, she's not indebted to, there's no obligation, no sense of responsibility, nothing. You laying that on her suddenly does not then make her indebted to you or to anyone, whatever. So you saying you know you did more. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't. No one was owed anything.
Nani the fuck? So now you're lying. I don't know. Do I want to give you charity?
She's not lying. You are step by step, stone by stone, constructing this whole delusion that you are intricately a part of these things and you are a contributing factor and you are a factor which is to be considered and respected and adhered to, and that you are owed these things and people are obligated or indebted to you, or that you have every right to lay these expectations on people. You are literally imagining this world, okay? No one else is living in that world but you. You cannot then place demands on people who aren't really there. You can try, but no one's going to listen, pay attention because they're not really there. Okay. So she's not lying. You're lying to yourself.
Already, you know about this? Nah, you're lying. You're lying.
She wanted to talk to me about my experiences with Katie Joy. And I said, sure, we picked a day and a time, and that
Okay,
was the extent of
so
the conversation.
hold on a minute. So now it's changed. So it's from trauma dumping to like your experience with Katie Joy. So where the fuck did you come with this trauma dumping thing?
Okay, well, there's more than one platform. I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have no way of knowing. And I don't want to know. I'm not going to ask anyone. I don't care. But I'm going to see if I was listening to this shit, where my mind would go is, okay, yeah, I don't see that. I don't have that. But there's a lot of other platforms. I don't know if this is the only conversation they had. I don't know if this is really the first conversation they had. I don't really know. This could have been happened through chat, through live chat, through comments, whatever. Without me reaching out to those involved and specifically asking when and where this conversation took place, as she had mentioned earlier, and then me getting the answer. Only short of that can I really lay any kind of assumption. But that's just the logical way to look at things. I mean, let's hear Maanya's way of looking at things.
And if she did come to you to talk about Katie Joy, why did you talk about trauma dumping and blame her for trauma dumping and bullshit? Why did you cook up this reason for now, which you think you have to apologize for? You knew at that time, and you went around and you spread out this rhetoric that Charla wanted to trauma dump on you.
I don't recall her ever putting this rhetoric out until now with the apology. I've heard Suzanne say nothing in the past about anyone being in her DMs for trauma dumping. I mean, maybe she did. I don't know. I just didn't hear her. But the only time, and it seems like the only time her saying this is even in question, is during her live stream apologizing for it. So, I mean, surely if what Maanya says is true, Maanya was going to show something, right? Right?
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
The lying. Even if it's that way, it's lying. Still lying.
Even though I did not want to, I could not have any more trauma dumping going on me.
How is it that you talking about your experience with Katie Joy is trauma dumping? Her trauma dumping on you? Or are you saying you didn't want to trauma dump on someone or your audience? The awareness of a fucking mashed potato.
What?
Yeah, this is how literal I am because of my academic background. Chesh is the nice one.
At all. She wanted to talk to me about my experiences with Katie Joy. And I said, sure, we picked a day and a time, and that was the extent of the conversation. Now, when I had a later conversation with somebody else in that community after it went nuclear crazy Holocaust with
What?
What? I was listening there for a second, I'll be honest.
What?
I'm
Hold
sure.
on a minute. What the fuck?
Should replay it though.
Now, when I had a later conversation with somebody else in that community after it went nuclear crazy Holocaust with Veda, Miss S, and various and
Do you know what Holocaust is? Susan? You know how many people died in Holocaust? Or killed? Lost their lives? You have a habit of minimizing shit for some reason. You dehumanize people, you minimize stuff or events. What is wrong with you?
Okay. Though I can admit that maybe using that term to describe something might have been just not the best word to, or it might have been in poor taste, but I don't know. But she's not using that word in a means or an attempt to deminimize what the actual Holocaust. Okay, she's not making any reference to the actual Holocaust. She's using that word as a description of how insane things got in this other scenario. Sure, there's probably better words that she could have chose to do that, but she's not. Again, this is where the intent comes from that I speak of. People can make mistakes without having ill intent. And I wholly believe, completely believe that is what she did here. Sure, it could be a mistake. I don't know if it's a mistake or not, but I can understand if someone else thinks it's a mistake, and I'm not going to sit here and fight with them on it, whatever. So, okay, whatever. But clearly, that was not at all her intent. I mean, don't be a fucking bitch. Don't exploit. I mean, you're going to turn around. You're going to exploit the actual fucking Holocaust, which, I'm sorry, you have about as much right to speak on that as Suzanne does. But you're going to sit here and speak on it as though you have this right to speak on it. And you're going to exploit the fuck out of it just to come at her over something when clearly you know that that was not her intent. So let's hear you do it.
Why would you even use that word? When I talk about something, I'm just like, oh, it's apocalypse. Run for the damn hills. That's
Nobody cares. This ain't about you, boo. Nobody fucking cares. Why do you keep bringing yourself into this? Oh, well, I do this. Well, why are you so fucking in desperate need to compare yourself to all of us so much? So you're doing this as like some sort of way to present yourself as, see, I'm not as bad as these people. Like, if we're so fucking shitty and we're that fucking bad, you can't find better people to compare yourself with and to fucking raise yourself up or something? Like, this is the best you got? Well, either we're not that bad or you're just as bad as the rest of us. Because you're not setting very high standards for yourself here. If you are honestly putting yourself in the same boat as us for comparison. Something to think about.
That's what my expression is to say, oh yeah, just shit went down. And you came up with Holocaust. Okay. All right.
And you could just sit here and look at this logically and think, it's clearly not her intent. Could have picked a better word, but whatever, moving on. But no, you want to stop in this. You wanted to use this as an example, as an opportunity to lift yourself up while kicking her down. That's exploitation.
I don't know. Should I call you that you're an anti-Semite?
Oh,
Because I don't know why you would use that word. And if you didn't
I
want
don't
to
know
use
why you would jump to calling someone an anti-Semite for using that word with no ill intent. Unless you're exploiting the fuck out of it. Again, right down there with the rest of us, just pointing that out.
that word, you should have scripted this whole thing. It's your fault. It's your decision. It's your choice. So yeah, don't go around like,
let's talk about all the things that are Maanya's fault. Her decision, her choice. Let's talk about all the fucking harm she causes. Let's talk about all the fucking harm she causes on Twitter alone, let alone with these ridiculous live streams. Well, if people watch them anyways, there'd be a lot more harm. Yeah, sure. And I get it. I'm probably Streisanding the fuck out of this. I get it. And I agree, whatever. But, every so often, some shit just needs to be fucking called out and put in its goddamn place. And that's what I'm doing. Because I can. This is my channel. This is my space. You don't like it, don't watch. And I hate to sound so callous there. I really do. I really do greatly appreciate and very thankful for any and all support that I get on this channel. But when it comes to people like Maanya or someone like Maanya here who just wants to sit back and bitch about things and twist it and turn it and exploit the fuck out of it while using it to better their position in their mind anyways, really, but to try to better their position. Well, yeah, that's kind of the reason why my channel exists. The whole EKC people suck thing. I don't say that because I think look at that person sucking. Look at that person sucking. No, it's because we all suck sometimes. We all do. And I think it's important to notice it when other people suck and when we suck, because if we don't, we will never learn from it, and we're not going to evolve as a species if we don't take some stock in our things. Okay, so that's why my channel exists, is to take stock in things. And there's been times, sure, maybe not as often because I'm still human, but there's been times where I've taken stock in myself. But for the most part, I take stock in other people here, sure. And I don't hate Maanya. I don't want to see any harm or bad luck or whatever befall Maanya. I don't, ever. Okay? I only want to see just, I don't know, things that I don't say I don't really care, but I definitely don't want to see anything bad happen. So that being said, right down there with the rest of us. That's exactly where you are. And when I say that, I don't mean that I think we are down here at this low place. I'm talking about in your mind. You see all of us as like these scum, you're just lower than fucking dirt people or whatever, doing all these really low things here on YouTube. Let me tell you something. You're right there with us. And you even realize this because you keep comparing us and shit, okay? And now you're exploiting things, and you're going to sit here and you're going to try to label her as an anti-Semite to better your position, to better your place in your mind in this argument. That's about as low as you can get. Okay? That's some Katie Joy shit right there.
Oh, I didn't want to say that. It just came to my mind. Then you're not good at this. And you don't deserve this platform.
What are you talking about?
Yes, people make mistakes, but you have made too many of them.
Oh, how many have you made, Maanya? You made a lot of mistakes. You have said some pretty fucking shockingly horrible things to and about people on this platform, just as of late, recently. I mean, I've listened to you many times on this platform. You know, back when we were on good terms, and since then, you know, many times. But you've become especially hateful as of lately. I don't know what's going on, or I don't know what the case is, or maybe it's just normal acceleration or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, maybe you should start worrying about your wrongs, your harm, your mistakes. Stop worrying about other people, especially ones that you imagine them doing.
In my opinion, we cannot afford charity towards you anymore.
Charity? Okay. She's not in your community looking for handouts. She's not there in need of your charity. She's off in her own world doing just fine by herself. She's not even thinking about you and where you live and what you have to offer. So when you're saying we cannot afford charity to you anymore, okay, didn't know that you had charity to give her. She doesn't even need it, care, whatever. She's fine where she's at. And if this is what you call charity, holy shit.
God. Holocaust with Veda, Miss S, and various other and sundry others who I'm not going to name because I don't feel it benefits them. So are you doing this video for someone else's benefit? Or is it for your benefit? Who is this for? So you're saying that it's for Veda.
What?
Apart from Charlotte, this is for Veda also. And Wolf, maybe. Because you named that fucking moron also.
What I don't understand is, see, this is what I mean, but you just want something to bitch about. She's not even talking positively about Veda here. She's not. And you're still bitching about her talking about Veda. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, move on.
Okay, so I'll go back actually because this is very funny. So she's talking about with her conversation with someone else. So it's like,
Now, when I had a later conversation with somebody else in that community after,
yeah, Chesh, this wasn't live. This was a video. She could have scripted it.
Later
And she could have
conversation.
taken it out.
it went nuclear crazy Holocaust with Veda, Miss S, and various and sundry others who I'm not going to name because I don't feel it benefits them, and I don't feel any reason to harm them.
You think this video of yours will harm some people?
No. That's not what she said. She said that she doesn't want to talk about this other conversation where she used the Holocaust term and those involved in that, because she doesn't, that her speaking on that, and she thinks might possibly cause harm. That's what she said.
What? So you have information and you know about their bad behavior, but you're still not going to call them out on it.
What?
Is that what it is?
where do you get oh my God, the delusion? This is what I'm talking about. Imagining things. Where do you get that from what she said? Okay. You don't have a right to know, to be informed on everyone else's quote unquote bad behavior when it happens. You're not entitled to that. You're not God. Well, you're not the concept of God, whatever. Okay, so you sit here acting appalled that you weren't informed of this bad behavior is quite pretentious and delusional, but we've already covered that.
It is. You know they have done wrong. They behaved bad, but just because by citing an excuse of difference of opinion, and because you don't want them to come, like, I don't want to harm them. Yeah, that's what it is. Any reason to harm them. So you pick and choose. You pick and choose who you call out. Mm. Yeah, she's protecting people who she feels like deserve her protection or her validation or her stamp of approval. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that that people you did not reference directly,
Run this shit.
you're it so you can say something about them or call them out about something or tell your audience something negative about them or something that they have done that you don't take you're not
All right,
don't
so
agree with.
I wasn't gonna do this all night, anyways.
And this is a video.
I just oh shit, what am I doing? Yeah. But you're not hearing her when she speaks because you are clearly coming to the wrong conclusions, and you're coming to assumptions even when she's already spelled shit out quite clearly. So I don't know, just maybe that you might want to work on that. But I'm going to end this now. I wasn't going to do this all night anyways. I just wanted to, yeah, like I said, my channel is kind of cathartic for me. This was cathartic, and I don't know. By all means, Maanya can commentate, she can talk about, she can lie about, she can drag, she can imagine, she can share her delusions as much as she likes. That is her right. And I, far be it from me to ever think that I have any right to take anything like that away from people. I never will. And just as much as it's her right, it's my right to speak on it if and when I want. And most of the time, I don't really care to. But I felt like speaking on it tonight. So I did. And rather than take something like this, clearly Suzanne felt that she had acted poorly or incorrectly in the past, and she's trying to rectify that, and she's trying to do what she thinks and feels is right, and she's trying to minimize or negate any possible harm she may have caused. Of course, you've taken issue with that. Of course, you want to sit here and break it down and bitch about every little thing about it and try to turn this around as like just how wrong she is and how right you are. Yeah, you have every right to do that. And we have every right to speak on it. And we're gonna, just like you are. That's all. I'm not looking to make any change. I'm not looking to teach anyone anything or punish anyone or to whatever. I'm just participating. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. All right. Have a good night, people. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna go see who else just texted me now. Almost 4 a.m. What the fuck was that? All right, bye.